from either of you guys as we go into the drafts. Back Blitz and Malini as MVP versus Secret. We'll start drafting.
I feel like there's no eyes on MVP. Like even after the shuffle, no one was like, "Oh, this is going to be like the top team." They haven't won any tournaments. They even lost like a smaller SCA tournament. So
5 seconds remaining.
big wild card, unknown factor.
Yeah.
So
Kind
no
of dark horse, shadowy. How would you like to sum that up?
Phoenix's
He's
turn
thinking.
to
avant-garde.
The
Secret's
avant-garde.
turn to ban.
Yeah,
Blitz, you happy with that?
that's pretty funny.
The avant-garde of Group A and the Shanghai Major. I don't know how to spell it.
You most definitely
I have no idea what even it means.
I don't want to call you out, but wait till they flash on that board.
I wrote Advant-Garde.
5 seconds.
It's not even how you
It's
spell
not how you
guard.
spell guard in any world.
G-U-R. G-U-A-R-D.
But even that's not
Phoenix's turn to ban.
Hey, hey.
And then there's
hey.
an E at the end.
There's an E at the end.
Team Secret's
In this version of
turn to
guard.
pick.
Oh, that's just very confusing. They should stay fucking consistent.
Something old English. I don't
Stupid
know.
English language. Okay, back to Secret.
Phoenix's turn
Thing
to
that's
pick.
gonna...
Let's just try to confuse James.
Don't give me hard words. on
I think that
purpose.
Secret will win because QO is a really explosive player. Write it down.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
I just want to see. I just want to see if James will just be like, yeah, Secret QO.
Oh wait, I was actually gonna write.
See, it would have worked. Why did you guys act that way?
Right. Not coming back to the panel ever again. Andy, help me out here.
Something for Secret. I think that they're actually, like this tournament especially, they have to be driven, right? It's kind of what Will said. They were a team that is kind of like, not necessarily all-star, but they had a really hot streak, and then they had a rut. So I feel like after winning the first opening match against CDEC, that puts them, I would say, high morale. You know, they get momentum.
They're on the up.
Yeah, they're on the upswing, which I think is really good early on in the tournament.
So a bit momentum. Well,
Yeah.
that's harder. I'll just put up.
I don't think you can spell momentum, actually.
Hey. Let's have a go.
Are you sure you spelled up correctly?
Mo.
to ban.
Is it moment?
Sound it out, James. Come on. You can do this.
M-O-M-E. I want to go M, but that seems...
I mean, there's already at least 2 in there. I think you might be going a little bit too ham.
And I'm going to finish it off with an extra M.
5 seconds
Why not?
remaining.
We got
Yeah.
4 M's.
Brilliant.
Momem.
Okay, I know that was perfectly wrong. I
Reserve time.
did that. Back.
All right.
Sure.
Right.
I'm enjoying
They
this
got
so much.
momentum. Brilliant.
Mom,
Alright,
man.
so we're into the drafts now. We've got 2 big reasons. We can revisit this after game 1. You
I
can
can't
add-
wait for us to
and
look
you
at
can
that board.
and you can add more if you want. Try and
Can we
pick
just come up
easy
with
words.
really long words that are
I've
hard
got
for
a certain
James to
je ne
spell?
sais quoi about them.
Hey, dyslexia was fine when I was at school. I had someone who could like take my notes and I got 15% extra time in exams.
You're not going to get any pity
Alright,
from
I'm
it.
not going to get
Focusing.
15% extra
Okay,
time.
MVP just got Earth Spirit.
This is
Yeah.
true.
But it's because the bans are pretty much tailored to Secret. They just banned 2 puppy heroes in the first 2. They saw the Enigma earlier. They're like, we don't want to deal with that. Because of that, you let other high-tier heroes through. So Team Secret's opening has been pretty static,
10
I think,
seconds
ever
remaining.
since the first series that I saw. They often like to pick the Invoker first to counter any
5
Void pick, because
seconds
obviously the
remaining.
synergy is there with Chronosphere.
Or just counter anything.
Yeah, well, yeah, Invoker, kind of decent hero, but
Team
seems like
Secret's
Void was
turn
really
to ban.
favored, and then has already kind of stopped being picked in the first 2.
I don't think that's the case at all. It's just that every single game, C-Deck chose it first.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a
They
good
took
point.
it 5 times in a
Come to
row.
think of it, yeah, it's just CDC picking all the
I'm just
time.
waiting for one team
10
to be like,
seconds
no, we'll
remaining.
ban faces.
It's like, that hero is not falling off.
5
It's just,
seconds
you only got to
remaining.
see one team play.
Yeah.
Sure.
Although, Eho maybe
Reserve
doesn't
time.
want to play it again. I'll go off it up. I don't know if in the MVP Phoenix series for did they was it all? Who? My added game?
Void.
Yeah. Yes. Took my E-Home and they mega lost with it. Not just
Yeah, they
lost.
tried to
Mega
do a-
loss.
they
It was
tried to do a
it was
Phoenix Void.
11
Turn
pretty much
to
died the
ban.
same amount of times.
As his name, okay. Not great.
Still picked Andy. Varying degrees of success. I don't think it's the hero though. I just think that E-Home came in a little bit
10
cold in MVP.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Profit. What's the lion ban about? Weird one.
Phoenix's
All the other
turn
ones make
to
sense to
pick.
me. Lion one is just like, why Lion? Is it good for Morphling? Is it like good for something they want to pick? Ember was already banned out.
I mean, it kind of has to be that, right? It has to be tailored towards something like core oriented that they want to take a little bit later on in the draft. But I mean,
Terrorblade? Actually, that's it.
Terrorblade's a hero who hasn't been picked yet, right?
Secret.
I mean, I'm not saying they can't pick. I'm just saying it hasn't been picked yet.
10
That's
seconds
like Lion's
remaining.
not that popular. He was picked in the last series, but he's the only one that
5 seconds
doesn't really
remaining.
synergize well against with MVP's lineup or against Secret's lineup. That's the one I
Reserve
think
time.
it's very, very odd.
It's
Any
gonna be
input from
such
you
a
guys?
hard mid lane or Team Secret with both
Yeah.
River Spirit and the Nature's Prophet roaming. You get some sort of aggressive mid, whether it's like a lane dominator like Death Prophet or a more kill-oriented hero like Puck. It's gonna be a time.
Yeah, if they're really scared, they can just run like a Bane or something. Or
Well, they
just
could also
play
just go
Vengeful.
aggro. I mean, they've only had one hero, and I think Venge is fine if you want to go aggro lane. Saw teams do that earlier as well.
I think Secret should Nature's Prophet, and it messes with Spirit a lot. Dilation. Nature's Prophet, I don't think you want him to just get going.
Team Secret's
You want a way to
turn
kind of catch him
pick.
out. MVP Phoenix, I think they took Disruptor as well against.
Yes.
It's always been their hero though. I remember like even when March was on the team, they like the style that it gives them. Philosophy was always we're gonna run at you
Phoenix's
non-stop,
turn to
run out of
pick.
steam. Well, then we probably lost, but we'll at least have a good time.
I like this choice by Team Secret. I agree with you that they should go for the Faceless Void, but it's a free pick at this point in time. Like MVP Phoenix can't really fit it into their,
No, they can't.
so they can get Gyro Faceless Void as a combination. These are actually some of the best heroes you can run
Team
with Faceless
Secret's
Void.
turn to pick.
MVP are bringing us some different heroes we've seen today. Do you like it, or what is in avant-garde? What is that?
He's like, I guess hipster, if you want to say like in layman's terms. More like cutting edge.
10 seconds.
Not afraid to try
remaining.
new
Like
stuff.
you're the one to defining the trend.
Okay,
5 seconds.
They don't care about
remaining.
what's hip. Do whatever.
word.
Reserve
The
time.
PL is strange. Firstly, the illusion-based heroes are generally just not good versus Invoker because they all illusions just get, they all die, they all get disarmed. You can't buy BKB for them, so on and so forth.
But you can doppelganger out of the deafening now, can't you? The nerf, so like you can still
Yeah.
cast spells in it, so it's like not as bad.
But the
Yes.
illusions are just generally not.
Yeah,
not
they
that
can
great.
still get wrecked very quickly.
And it's also versus Gyro, which is I would just say already an overabundance of AoE to deal with the Phantom Lancer. But it is a hero that can be played in a very aggressive strategy. It's also decent at pushing towers down very early, which they like clearly with the Nature's Prophet.
Wouldn't you say though that it kind of requires damage and lockdown for PL? Like old PL, I would say that just damage or just lockdown was enough, but I feel at the rate that he spawns illusions now,
Phoenix's
and the inability
turn
of Team
to
Secrets
ban.
to lock him down for long periods of time, Night Stalker is obviously going to help with that. But I feel like it's still okay, especially given the style that they like, which is more go for the pick, don't necessarily go for like the 5-man.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now Phoenix
10
is gonna have to slow
seconds
down this
remaining.
Sure. A lot of it comes down to him if Yale can get free farm.
5 seconds
You
remaining.
definitely need one of those kind of tempo controllers, but Puck, you can't really run it against Night Stalker, I think.
Reserve time.
A bit too hard.
OD's still okay here. Just like BKB would destroy.
Team
don't think there's,
Secrets turn
enough
to ban.
Overwhelming like fight and save for like a Death Rod or something like that. So
I don't think DP's good though on what are they? They're playing Dire, right?
Yeah.
Playing Dire side plus lineup they have.
10 seconds remaining.
They're
I
like
actually think DT's pretty. They can just
5 seconds
roll all
remaining.
Secret Towers very early on, and they have like heroes that can kind of protect with an Earth Spirit and Disruptor.
Yeah, they actually have
Reserve
super
time.
active support. It's actually good Ben. I
You
think
need-
that
you need, like,
he's
10
one
alright.
support
seconds
that-
remaining.
defends really well though, or keeps the DP alive.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and exactly. They don't have a saving hero. They don't have an Oracle.
I guess if she gets
or-
swapped in, she's dead.
Yeah,
That's-
I don't,
Yeah.
Phoenix's
never
turn
good. Really
to
like the
pick.
DP
Like
at all.
the PL and Nature's Prophet active enough to really make sure that DP overwhelmingly wins fight.
There's like so many things going against it. I don't have a hero that can save Dire side. Doesn't really super fit nature your lineup. I guess you can make a case because it beats Invoke mid. I don't know if that's a case to make for it.
I think you almost have to disregard the
10
Night Stalker at this
seconds
point in time and
remaining.
have to pick up one of those tempo controllers like Lina or Puck. Even though it's not good
5
versus
seconds
Night Stalker,
remaining.
you have to make sure that you win your laning phase in the mid and you
Reserve
take down that
time.
Invoker and you transition that into more control. Ooh, the mid
Team
Juggernaut.
Secret's turn to pick.
Seen this a couple times versus Invokers. It's one of the few melee heroes that can actually deal with that match.
It's Yell mid, Miracle mid really, the Miracle.
Yeah.
Mid peel's pretty good.
It is. Yeah, it does. It can't die.
10 seconds
See the venge
remaining.
coming in, you'll always dodge the stop. Almost just trade.
Oh, that's a hero we haven't seen yet. Or has he been picked? I don't think he has.
I don't think it's been picked. And Misery's going to be on it, so looking for the offlane. So yeah, there we have our draft. And we're going to get ready to go into match number 1 of the upper bracket game. Obviously now, between Secret and MVP. Are you guys still happy with your original selections after seeing the first draft? And of course, you know, we've got MVP, the Want a Better Life / private bathrooms. Was it bedrooms that you wanted them to have?
Bathroom.
They want private bathrooms.
Man, that's such a sad thing. I wish I had put that up there now. The way you phrase it, they want a better life.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're happy enough. Guys.
This is it. But couch number 2, you still happy with
I like Secret
backing
stuff.
I'm feeling
10
comfortable with Secret, yeah.
seconds remaining.
Feeling pretty good about it.
any particular reason why? Or just a gut
5
feeling, Andy?
seconds remaining.
Yep. Feeling.
Okay. Tap.
I think the draft is really strong. I think the Beastmaster last pick was kind of what they needed. They needed solid lockdown versus Juggernaut and DL. I think everything before that is the kind of patch-dependent heroes you need.
Okay, and very quickly, Blitz, this is your MVP. Why are they going to win in one word?
Avant-garde.
Into the game with Toby and Cinderace. Good luck to both teams.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's time to get underway. Team Secret going up against MVP. Who would have actually thought we'd be sitting here going, hey, MVP, they 2-0'd out eHome.
Not me.
I don't think most of the world thought that.
I was definitely, a lot of people going into the tournament actually considered eHome the favorites to win the whole thing, but so far the group stage has proven to be quite difficult for them. Of course, they will be meeting the winner of this matchup, or sorry, the loser,
of this matchup,
rather,
To battle.
to fight for second place. But rounds MVP versus Secret, I think the very difficult draft for me to call actually. Both teams have some great strengths. The main thing I noted was that MVP chose to not go for their Enchantress that they actually had an option to in second phase, but rather settled for a Disruptor. So I wonder what was the reasoning behind that, but
Not just that too, it's the fact they didn't went into the Juggernaut, which gives very unusual lane. Hello, bottom lane. Already Debut trying to clear a little bit of space. Weeha coming in a little too close. And Febby, he's actually going to skill up Glimpse, going to bring Weeha back, and they may have enough damage. He's right on top of the rune spot, and there it is. First blood goes the way of MVP, QO to spill it. And that's a nice start to the PL, who's going to head in towards that mid lane.
yeah, that's perfect. When you saw that Juggernaut last pick, you're thinking, okay, it has to be a Jugger or a PL mid, and PL probably the candidate for standing up against Invoker very early on. You have double gangers, you can just cold snap and just generally get away. In case of any rotations, so we'll be getting a pretty fast bottle because he got that first blood and the rune, I believe. Yeah, he got so much for that. So start for him.
And of course, it also delays up the Invoker. Like, Weeha's taking so long to run back to the mid, the puppy, he's almost gained like half of the creep wave worth of experience just by sitting here in the lane, waiting for his mid to return. And Invoker being behind a PL at the start.
He's a full level behind all the way. I don't want to have, but
Yeah. Especially another kill. You don't want to see that happening either. What does Weeha even do here? So you okay, he buys up a fresh stout, but the courier is already busy. The courier's already walking out with the stout shield so Puppy can Iron Talon jungle this Night Stalker.
this has become a fairly popular way of playing the Night Stalker, just playing it position 4 with the Iron Talon jungle. The problem is it gives a lot of space to MVP. When you see that there's a Night Stalker jungle like that, the Prophet will feel very confident bottom 1.
Misery,
2.
top lane. They're gonna actually trap him up in a spin and go for it, and with the glimpse back, yeah, Misery's in a world of hurt. He goes up into the tree, starts to TP out, and they won't reach him in time. Misery, nicely played, nice escape.
Very, very good. Now,
the same time, they put quite a bit of pressure on QO mid. He's fairly low on health. Weeha's recovered a bit, I guess I should say. He's still behind on CS and a little bit on, actually a lot on experience. Never mind that. I don't think he's recovered enough.
Especially now the Cure is running a bottle.
They're really pressuring. This is the problem when you run a Night Stalker like this, is that the first 4 minutes you just have innate weakness in your lineup. You're giving the offlaner space in the Prophet. Actually now Puppy with a very good rotation could be here, but no, they're not going to go for it. And in addition to that, of course, Weeha in the mid lane will be abused quite a bit here by Nubu's Earth Spirit.
I like the build too on Kuro. Like he knows exactly how he wants to play this with the Earth Spirit. Like going for the 2, now he actually has the 1 point up in Doppelganger. With a Phantom Rush, they just close the distance so quickly. Weeha, there's no way to escape that. The Ice Wall went up out of pure optimism. And you could also see Forev, he was actually starting his TP health. Even though it really wasn't necessary at the end of the day. So Weeha, he's 0 for 2 on this Invoker.
They're gonna need to do something about this mid lane. You really don't want... Invoker is one of those heroes that you can recover on, but if you get stumped this hard in
coming
lane,
top.
it's very difficult to...
Forev TP's in. They still have the glimpse, and it's already at level 2, but they put the wall up to start with. Misery can't just TP himself out this one. So MVP, and they started their series up against eHome with severe domination, and now Misery, all he can do is just deny his life, at least the direct kill to MP. And this seems to be starting off very similar to their series against eHome. Kills all across the map and then pressure being applied.
Earth Spirit Prophet is just incredible as a first phase opener for them. I completely agree with that pickup after the first pick from Secret, because it just... You can just go anywhere.
Just keep going.
Immediately on Misery again here. They still have the glimpse. They don't even need to use it yet. Yeah, they won't need to use it at all.
So you've managed to get mid laner and the off laner of Team Secret 0-2. So 2 deaths for both of these heroes early on. Forev's already up at level 3, so the level 2 treants aren't fully enough to get rid of this top tower, but then again, you could just drop the healing water of MP. Like, they can just keep pressure going, and I think they see a new target too. Nighttime strikes, and Puppy tries to already attack, and QO. Okay, he doesn't have enough help, not quick enough at least. They started their rotations and have already started up the wards around the top tower.
MVP supports. Who's actually in an awkward position here?
Puppy, he ran into it. He came underneath the ward for MTP's forward. He took a treant to tell him to go for the block as Puppy tries to just juke them out, but because you can't juke out an Earth Spirit. They get another kill. They ping out the fact that Misery's come back up to this top lane. And MVP, Misery actually turns to fight. They have glimpse, but Bebby decides not to use it.
When Puppy chose to run up the hill there, I think... Well, first of all, he wasn't expecting the supports to be in that position, but secondly, it looked a little weird because they know there's many heroes in the neighborhood, and there was no one on Secret ready to TP up there. Gyro isn't level 6 yet. Invoker definitely can't leave his lane right now, so that's kind of an optimistic play. It's like high risk, but what's your actual reward of going up there? You can't really claim anything apart from a little bit of information and costing his life there. Great start for MVP here. This is, yeah, they're showing that the thing against eHome was not a fluke. 3k lead minute 5. Secret's got some recovering to do here.
Well, they do have one big thing that's working for them, and that's Eternal Envy. Safe lane farm, not really pressured, obviously. Forev spent a lot of time out of that bot lane. Of course, while I say that, he is level 4 and now is soaking up the experience on the bottom lane. And you've already taken out the tier 1 tower on the top. So the ability to rotate for MVP becomes more real. Like, even Febby, like if you're worried about like a slow level up or disruptor, he had that level 2 glimpse very, very early on. So now even like presence in the lane is difficult for Team Secret, knowing Disruptor could be staring down the barrel of having a Static Storm soon. The PL is now at level 7 and he's sitting with a regeneration rune. So QO's kind of got the world as his oyster. Even the Juggernaut with Face Boots and Omni Slash, now he has level 6.
PL is such a difficult kill for the Secret lineup. The only thing they have against him is Night Stalker Silence, but actually wait, they don't have that. They haven't killed it, so they can't kill him until the Beastmaster gets Roars, and Kuro will just be able to do this, and he's fine. Yep. We're getting her away. There's no serious lockdown. The only real stun they have for now is actually Magic Missile. He just dodged that easily.
How can you buy space then for Misery? Because Misery then, like, you look at more stuns, you look for the Beastmaster Roar, right?
Yeah, I think that's the problem with Secret's draft right now, is that it's extremely greedy by nature. I think the hero you have to use to create the space might be the Gyrocopter to get him involved in a couple of kills with the call down now that he's level 6. Maybe you do a smoke rotation. Night Stalker's first night time is running out and Puppy isn't anywhere near close to level 6, so He won't be having darkness either. And at daytime, it's just way harder for them than it is to be right now. So, yeah, where does Misery get it? Good question. He's level 5 right now. I guess this top wave will be pushing in slowly from MP, so he'll get a little bit there. But probably not the early game he was looking for.
From watching this Earth Spirit in the bottom lane, like, for me, I would have thought like the Earth Spirit would like be heading in towards a different position, but I suppose at this point, Weehar as well as Misery are playing very defensive just because of what's happened early on. So he looks for a kill on bottom, but normally it's the Prophet that TPs in to help the Earth Spirit wherever he's initiating. But in this case, he's just waiting on the bottom lane.
What's Rev doing? It's like he's bored. He just denied 2 of his treants with half health. So I was like, okay, well I can't go CS right now, might as well just kill some treants while I wait. But yeah, anyway. Definitely, they're extending their lead. They're 4k ahead now, just controlling the map very well. Febby that we talked about, it's going to be a very fast level 6 up there. He's 200 experience away. Duo very confidently strutting up this mid lane, knowing he has MP coming in from the side, and if there's no Ghost Walk available, there is no. But, and they actually have no detection. Already invoked it.
Weehar turned for a moment. There we go.
And that's enough. This intimidation should secure them the mid-tier
bottom lane.
And they're going bottom too.
Yeah, Pylai diving initiated on. They just thought they could do it with the 2 of them. Eternal Envy, that Rocket Barrage. They actually were able to get close enough with the flat cannon and the call down. It ends up being a 1-for-1 trade-off. At this point, Secret will take Anthony, gets him on the board, but the Void's already used for Rev. The Rocket doesn't reach him in time, but the Sunstrike barely missing. It had a crack, but on bottom lane, Eternal Envy is being attacked down. QO will arrive, and he takes out Eternal Envy. Oh, can he actually take out Puppey too? Oh, of course he can. He's a PL. He doesn't have his Phantom Dash off cooldown just yet. And there we go. Puppey lands 1 second. There goes the lance. And there goes your Puppey.
He's kind of blocking himself, I think.
Without. Yeah. Look, they're also having a crack up on top. Misery getting stunned at the last moment by Taboo. He couldn't TP out. At least the upside is he's got level 7. The downside is he's dead.
Secret definitely have to get together on in this next time. If they don't accomplish anything in the next night, they're going to lose Roshan and they're going to lose their tier 1s. That's such a big lead now that you could look at Secret Line and be like, they actually have a pretty good team fight competition right. Oh,
there went Febby. He's going to glimpse it back into the ult. No! The wall position was a little off from Febby. Eternal Envy still walked back into the storm and took the damage.
Normal?
Iron Talon Jar? Probably as normal as a Helm of the Dominator over on... No.
On Bristle? Hey!
On Bristle.
Well, it's the E efficiency, but...
But is it really that efficient?
Well, I mean, the extra damage, even though he's a ranged hero, it's still kind of nice for clearing out. It's just, again, it's so greedy. They already have an Iron Talon on Puppey, so right now, if you want to look at it that way, it's 1,000 gold, these 2 Iron Talons combined, that yield almost nothing in fights, right? So their net worth lead, effectively, is even bigger for MVP. They're closing in on 10k at this rate.
Right. You can understand it though, like why Puppey got a first space in the mid. He managed to get like a couple of CS, and like the rotation of the jungle with a 9 Talon just made sense for a Night Stalker. But yeah, running it with a Gyrocopter, that's definitely a new one to add to the books.
Keep you away from bottom. You can tell that
it's highlight that dead. They actually had the Wrath of Nature help out QR. He's going to get Magic Missile, but he's also got Lance back off cooldown, which makes this just a little too easy to find the kill. At the same time, up on top, Forev just TPs away from Eternal Envy, who has done his first lane rotation of the game.
That rotation is not the rotation Secret were hoping for, but they're making the right read. They can't fight for this bottom tier 1. Daytime, the enemy is really far ahead. They're not in a position to do anything about it, so they're going to try to maximize and just find whatever farm they can while they give away map control. Not good, but it's probably the best they can do. Like, it's very rare that you say 10 minutes in that the game has slipped from their hands. For a team like Secret, this is very, very rare. But they have just been absolutely ridiculously outplayed in the early game by this MVP squad. Just the nice thing about this lineup when you look at it is that the initiation range is obviously ridiculous, right? They have Earth Spirit and Prophet. And then, if the enemy team reinforces, they have Glimpse, so they can always double outnumber, and they look to outnumber Weehar here.
Yeah, they're going to destroy Weehar. Eternal Envy is around here, and he is going to kill off the boot. A nice cooldown position. MP, he's got the Omni Slash available to swap out from Pylai Die, making it so Febby cannot escape. That's the 2-for-1 trade-off. You lost your Earth Spirit as well as the Disruptor. Probably the bigger thing was the fact that the Ancients... Oh no, they didn't finish it. They didn't finish up the Ancients. Eternal Envy moved off that just a little bit too early.
Oh, now he might die as well. He's hanging around mid. He does have a TP. But yeah, they're gonna see him mid now. Hero's on the boost.
With the lands forward, Envy will take too much damage before that TP will complete, especially with an Aegis Prophet coming in to help. MVP walk up this hill and they see just how low that ancient stack is too. That's just too much easy money. And okay, they're not even looking for that. They're looking for objective base. It's gonna be Roshan now for them.
It's just a matter of time. What I was expecting, the Secret didn't really fight, so MVP should just be able to go there as far.
Oh, they found Misery
even more here.
And he's stunned.
Yep.
Managed to get the kick. Misery's gonna go down, so no Misery for 34 seconds, which means at least know there's no Hawk over the pit. Even if the Radiant Observer was there, can Secret even contest it?
I feel like they have to, but they can't. Right? It's a 4-on-5, and Puffy is half health and no mana, so.
And if it doesn't,
essentially a 3-on-5.
If it doesn't work, you lose everybody because Disruptor will just keep dragging everyone back in again.
Have to give this one away. Really don't want to. It's just getting worse and worse. At least it's plateaued a little bit in the last 2 minutes, but now it's gonna dip you in first. I'm just trying to think of openings for Secret. I can't remember them using a smoke yet this game. Maybe they've used one, and they tried that bait play mid where they got Invoker caught out and got the gyro play. Perhaps that's what they need to look for. Just try to get as many baits set up as possible and just sacrifice Weehaw a couple of times to get the other heroes farmed. This way is definitely not working.
Well, the only other one which is really going to have an impact if you get him farm, if it's not Weehaw, it's got to be Envy. It's got to be the Gyrocopter, but Envy's gone for this, like it's almost the ultimate Greed build. Like, we had the stat before, this is only the second Iron Talon ever on a Gyrocopter in a competitive match, and then he's followed it up with the Helm of the Dominator build as well as the Ring of Aquila. Like, the ability to get into something like a BKB or a big damage dealing item is kind of off. And also, so was that smoke from MVP.
A little bit weird. They still do have the 2 support smokes and they're rotating Hero. This is actually very smart, because what they're going to expect now is that, okay, these 2 heroes are hitting the tower bottom, the other heroes will be on backup bottom, but they're actually making 2 plays at the same time. Fortunately for them, this Observer Ward will see the PL lose, and this should give it away.
Bottom tower has fallen.
But it's another free tower for MVP. Perez is going to port the base, get his, is that Orchid?
Not yet, but he's pretty damn close.
He's close to Orchid drum phase minute 14. Alright.
He's definitely looking good. The PL's still looking better. PL has a full diffusal blade with the BTs and an Aegis to the Immortal 14 minutes in. And he's still got another 1200 gold up his sleeve too.
And he was mid. Like, this might be one of the most farmed PLs I've ever seen minute 14. And it's a mid where you generally get less farm, and you're been doing great.
It helps when you get 6 kills for no deaths.
A good sign. Alright, he's just gonna, well, with that Aegis, how are they gonna kill him twice? It's very difficult to imagine. He's gonna put on the pressure. Hero, known for his sometimes over-aggression.
It feels more like distraction. Like, so MVP can take that mid tower without any problem.
Secret are reading this though. They're looking for a kill on Forev. They know he's solo tough now, after they see a couple of heroes mid and the PL obviously, and they're gonna go in.
Misery. Oh, he started the roll. The Brad's actually going to keep him out, so Forev can just TP himself out. Disruptor ulti, he comes in from Febby, so even if Misery didn't see him with the Hawk, he can't do anything. And the BTs, well, that was actually on the way in from the PL, but the unit actually died, so he couldn't complete his BT. For the Prophet, Forev comes back in for some revenge. Throws out the Wrath of Nature, bounces through Weehaw. Is there a glimpse? Not available right now, and Forev can't kill Misery before the TP will complete. But meanwhile, in the middle lane, 2-0. He starts off that Diffuser Blade charge on Eternal Envy, who's now completely out of mana. They let the Omni Slash go as Eternal Envy just, basically disintegrates into bolts. They're looking for that Sunstrike kill on QO, but yeah, he, because of the fail of the Doppelganger, he actually stays alive. The tower can't kill him off, and now Puppy's baited to come up too high. QO! He's coming back in for it. Hits the Aegis the Immortal. Doesn't really care that much, but it's a big kick from Dubu. He buys the space for Forev to actually get back out to safety. The Aegis Immortal will now pop, but QO is still not sad about that. He kind of wanted that to happen anyway. And now we've spent him rushing back off cooldown, doesn't even need it. Misery is dragged back over to him, instantly kicks down to the curb. And MVP, they're 16-3, and they are taking the Shanghai Major by storm.
I don't know what to say. This is not the performance I was expecting from them going into the tournament. I also don't think this game has been Secret's best showing, so this, for me, is probably not going to be an indication of how a very likely, well, not a likely game 2 will have a game 2 no matter what, but very likely a 1-0 lead MVP will be looking in the next game. I think Secret will take a lot from this game, both in terms of drafting, but also their gameplay. It's been very greedy, and they haven't really been able to counterplay MVP very much. I guess the main way MVP have won the fight has just been outnumbering. Prophet and the Earth Spirit engaging from far away, and they just reinforce very quickly.
They kind of did get like the greatest start they could have asked for, like a full level, almost a level and a half on the Invoker.
Yeah.
And then you catch out the Beastmaster twice, but the Earth Spirit, like they were forced into this position. MVP kind of also seemed to draft in a way that allowed this to happen. Because of their bans, they saw Secret like having troubles in their first series. It was noted as well by the panel saying like they're just not feeling the Secret of Turn G. It was a big concern of a lot of people as well. Secret fans, when they came into this tournament, could they actually coordinate? Could they pick themselves up from their slump? And then we saw this Wombo combo, the Enigma and the Tidehunter, just working beautifully and bringing back a meta from 3 years ago. And MVP just allowed it through the first draft, and just allowed Secret to play this later style of games that they like.
You missed that stat right there. This is actually a record. This is the first PL ever with over 19 at minute 15, so... He is farmed. We've been talking about quite a bit. Very good call down from MP here. Could actually set up something.
Yeah, that Omni Slash though, it went in so deep from MP, took a lot of life off Envy, and because of that, Secret already backing up, so they couldn't capitalize on that big call down, and they go back it again. Eternal Envy down to the counter, great ulti out from Femi. There's just nowhere to go. They turn on the Magnetize, the double buybacks are coming out from Secret. But what have they really taken off MVP? They're taking nothing, and MVP take the game in under 18.5 minutes. They get the GG call out. MVP, not only have they trashed eHome, they have now walked over Secret with 422. We're one off the genius mark, but oh my, MVP playing brilliantly.
Oh yeah, that was so solid, and I think, you know, talked a bit about the mid lane. PL gets the first blood, he gets the bounty rune, so obviously a big advantage, but I also think it's, in this metagame right now, how the game's played, you can't put a hero mid without any escape against Earth Spirit and then not help him. They just left Wii there to rot. There was no Venge defensively supporting him. They didn't have a defensive support in general. A couple of good picks against Earth Spirit in